Today, as seen in the title, just after Easter, we have got loads and loads of chocolate left over. Obviously I mainly have loads because I've done the 24-hour Easter egg challenge. You can see, I'll put the link in the description. So I thought, what a better way to get rid of all that chocolate than turn it into some nice yummy cookies. So what you will need, I have doubled all the mixtures because I have so much chocolate, but the basics, what you will need is 150 grams of plain flour, 150 grams of brown sugar, 1 egg, 40 grams of cocoa powder, and 100 grams of butter. And then obviously your chocolate, and then I've got these little small ones that we can use for decoration. Baking powder. You need a little bit of baking powder and some vanilla essence. Let's put all these aside. I've potted them all up because I've only just moved into my house, so I went to my mum's and stole all her pans and her cooking ingredients. So I have a bowl. You can do this by the mixy things, but I don't have one of them, so I'm going to do it all by hand. So we want to start off with our sugar and our butter. So put the sugar in. And the butter. If you are going to make more, you just literally double the mixture, so, or triple it or whatever. So if you have 100 grams of butter and you want to double it to make double the amount, you do 200 grams of butter. It's quite simple. The more you do though, I would advise to probably not do what I just done and put it all in together. Do like a little bit of sugar, a little bit of butter, so it just makes it easier to mix, especially doing it by hand, because you could get a lot of marmite. So you just want to, it's called beat, so you basically just, I don't know how to explain beat, hard mix it I guess, whoops, until it's just all blended and fluffy. Obviously I'm not a baker, I'm not a professional or anything like that. I've been baking since I was 3 with my nan, so I've been doing it quite a long time, but I'm no professional, so do not quote me on anything. I'm just doing a little video for if you have loads of leftover chocolate, it's something to do with it, and it's also something to do with the kids. Once that's all mixed up, you're looking at this sort of consistency. So it's basically just creamed, I guess. It's just sort of beaten together. So it's just all in. Next you want to put the eggs in. So with this, make sure you don't get any of the shell in, obviously. I'm going to get a knife. Okay, so we just want to give it a little crack and then open it up. So we're just going to mix them in. This will sort of loosen off the mixture. Okay, so once that's all mixed in, it's basically a lot not as thick. And then we just need to add the dry ingredients. So this is normally where you make the mess. So we want, oh, I don't have a sieve here. Oh, literally, I've only been here 3 weeks. Oh well, we'll just hope. Again, like I said, I'm not a professional, so. So you can chuck them all in together, but because I've doubled the mixture, it's too much to chuck in together, so I'm going to mix one in at a time. Okay, so put the cocoa powder in. Again, don't have a sieve, very sorry. And you're going to want about a teaspoon of baking powder. Don't have measuring ones. You're going to keep mixing this together, and then eventually it will turn into like a dough, so it'll be very, very thick. Okay, and lastly we just want to put a tiny drop, if I can open it, of vanilla extract in, and I actually can't open it, bear with. Okay, so I just want to stick a little drop of that in. And then mix that in. They're very chocolatey already. Okay, so that's basically our end mixture. It's very, very thick. Again, it would have been a lot easier. I'm going to Google what they're called. Okay, so all I'm getting is stand mixer. Basically one of these. One of them, it is a lot easier because you just put in the sugar and butter, mix it, put in the egg, mix it, put in the dry ingredients, mix it, it's done. I don't have a lot of that. I obviously, like I said, I'm not professional. This is just like home baking, and I don't have much equipment here. So I am doing the best as I can, and I've nicked a lot from my mum's house. So if we put this to the side, chopping board back, my side's a mess. Then next what we're going to do is cut up the chocolate. Now essentially what we're doing with the chocolate, it's sort of acting as a chocolate chip. So instead of having to go and buy chocolate chips to do any baking, it's a way of making your own. So, and there are lots of other things you can make, like chocolate tarts and chocolate brownies, lots of stuff. I just find for something quick, easy, and to get rid of the excess chocolates, it's just cookies. Cookies are easy and they're quick. Even the hardest way of doing that, and it's still taking me, what, 20 minutes? Right, let's get a knife. Okay, and we're just going to smash these out and then cut them into little bits. Into chocolate chip size pieces, basically. If you put too much chocolate in, it would just become wet and melted chocolatey, which sounds lovely, but it'll be very difficult to eat. So once they're all chopped up into chocolate chip size pieces, just want to add them into the mixture. I'm just going to stir that in. So we don't want to stir too hard, or if you've got one of them standing mixers, you don't want to put it on too high of a speed, otherwise you won't get chocolate chips, you'll just sort of have smashed up chocolate and it would just melt away. Okay, so once you've got your mixture, what you want to do is just pinch a little bit out, roll it into a little ball and then pop it on the tray. Once you've done all of them, pop it in the oven, keep an eye on it. And then about 2 minutes before it's done, we want to take it back out and put some chocolate on top. Okay, so what you want to do, about 2 minutes before they're done, And then get your little, I'm using the lint. It'll work well if you use cream eggs or anything like that. So you want to cut this in around, try to cut it in around 2 to 3 pieces. You get your cookies that are done and you just want to press it down into the middle. Pop that back in. Okay, so the little cookies are done. I have taken a few off a tray and put them onto a chopping board. Unfortunately they don't look that great because I didn't have greaseproof paper, so I had to put them with butter, and see a lot of them have stuck. So if I was to show them, like if I had friends around or anything, then I'd lay them all out like neatly on the chopping board, put some sweets in between them and stuff, and then I'll sprinkle them with icing sugar. A great way to do it as well is if you did have any excess cookie dough, if you had any excess of that, you can like put the little balls into an ice cube tray and then put them in the freezer, and then when you do have friends round, you can just take them out, chuck them in the oven, and you've got fresh cookies. So yeah, we used all of ours, so we can see they are just little cookies with a dab of melted chocolate in the middle. Some haven't melted as much as others. I am still getting used to my oven, because like I said earlier, the front cooks quicker than the back, but they are done. And if we break one open, you can see that in the middle, it is very soft and squidgy, which makes the cookie very, very rich. Makes it very rich and sweet. So, I have not baked anything like this in quite a long time. I don't often do chocolate because I don't really eat chocolate, but I hope you liked it. I will do more videos on baking and stuff. Cooking, I'm an average cook, but with baking, I've been baking for a long time. Don't take this video on my baking skills because I'm very, very limited here with equipment and ingredients. So if you did want to see any other videos, like I've been cooking like peanut butter cookies since I was very, very young, and I've made big tier cakes. I wonder if I could show you actually, if you follow my Instagram, at the end of this video it'll come with my Instagram and Twitter and my Snapchat, and you'll be able to see on there this cake. I done an Easter cake last year. At the time I didn't vlog, so I didn't video it, I just made it. So here is the Easter cake I made last year. There's that one and there is that one. So you can see I've been baking for a long time. That I had all the equipment I needed. I was at my mum's, I had different trays, everything, so it was quite easy. But if you do want to see more cooking, or even first time trying things, because I haven't cooked everything in the world, so if you want to see me for the first time try and cook something, leave a comment in the comment box below, and please subscribe and click the notification bell, because the more videos I put up, hopefully you'll follow them. I kept forgetting to turn my mic on, so I've got 2 to 3 videos at the moment that I am struggling to edit, because obviously there's no sound to them. So give us a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye!